The whispering city. Kara stepped off the maglev pod, her boots clicking against the obsidian platform. Above her, the sprawling city of Lumina gleamed under a sky of swirling neon clouds. Towers spiraled upward, their surfaces alive with shifting holograms that advertised everything from synthetic emotions to virtual vacations. The air hummed with the chatter of drones zipping through air lanes, their sleek forms reflecting the flickering lights of the metropolis. She tugged her jacket tighter, feeling the weight of the small device hidden in its inner pocket. In a city where every movement, every breath was recorded by the omnipresent AI known as Aegis. Secrets were currency, and Kara held a particularly valuable one. Her destination was Haven District, a part of the city cloaked in perpetual shadow, where Aegis's reach faltered. The district was a labyrinth of forgotten alleys and ancient architecture, a relic of the prodigital age. It was said to whisper its own secrets to those who listened closely. As Kara wound her way through the shimmering streets, she felt the familiar prickle of being watched. She glanced at the reflective panels lining the buildings, catching glimpses of her own face, a pale, determined reflection, and the faint outline of shadowy figures, Aegis's enforcers. They were always close, but never close enough. The device in her pocket was a cog key, capable of disabling Aegis for 7 precious seconds, a window of freedom unheard of in Lumina. Kara didn't know who had created it, only that it was the key to something much larger. Haven District greeted her with silence. The glow of the city dimmed here, replaced by flickering streetlights and walls adorned with graffiti that pulsed faintly, as though alive. Kara entered a decrepit cafe, where an old man behind the counter nodded and slid her a steaming cup of synth coffee. "It's ready," he murmured, his voice barely audible. She nodded, understanding. At the back of the cafe, a hidden stairwell led to an underground network. Kara descended quickly, her footsteps echoing in the confined space. In the cavernous room below, a small group of rebels huddled around a holomap. They turned as she entered, their faces a mixture of relief and apprehension. "You have it?" asked Jin, their leader, a tall woman with cybernetic eyes that glowed faintly. Kara pulled the cog key from her pocket. "What happens when we use this?" Jin's expression hardened. "The city will speak, and this time we'll all hear the truth." Kara hesitated, the enormity of their mission crashing down on her. They weren't just disabling Aegis. They were awakening something ancient, something buried deep in the foundations of Lumina. "Let's do it," she said, her voice steady. Jin inserted the coggy into a terminal. A low hum filled the room, growing louder until it resonated through their bones. The walls began to glow, lines of ancient codes streaming across them. Above ground, Lumina faltered. The lights dimmed and the holograms froze. The constant hum of Aegis's surveillance fell silent, replaced by a single whispering voice that seemed to emanate from every corner of the city. "I am Lumina," it said, its tone both mechanical and achingly human. "You have freed me." The rebels stood in stunned silence. Kara looked at Jin, who smiled for the first time. "Welcome back," Jin whispered, and the city began to whisper back.